episode, we're going to look at the Hellbat suit Batman. Now, I was first introduced to this particular suit during the DC Rebirth era. In particular, this suit was not even worn by Batman, it was worn by Lois Lane. So to give you some backstory, Superman, Lois, and their son flew to the moon to try to escape Doomsday, found a secret cave that Batman had built, and Superman's told Lois and his son, hey, you guys stay here while I go fight Doomsday. And Lois found this particular suit, hopped in it to help fight Doomsday. Now, according to the back of this box, this suit made its debut, or at least this suit the figure is based on, came from Batman and Robin number 35, and I have not seen or read that particular issue. So I'm basing this, what I'm telling you about, on the version from Action Comics, same suit. So I can tell you right away, this particular figure weighs way more than any of the figures that I've reviewed so far. It is a very hefty box. Now, give a little up close. You can see the figure, and this is a very, very cool figure. Okay, so this came from Amazon, so I got a little junk on the box there, just where it shifted around in the brown shipper that it came in. Give you a side look. Look at the back. Batman Hellbat suit. You can see right there, and of course, several different figures that you can buy in this line. And there's the other side of the box. And let's give you a look at the bottom so you can find this one at your Walmarts and Targets or wherever you are shopping. All right, I mean, the thing must weigh at least 3 pounds. That's huge. Alrighty, so I am anxious to get into this figure, so let's pop the case open and see what he's all about. Okay, so here's the Hellbat suit out of the box, and I must say, wow, this thing is massive. And when you're thinking of scale, I don't have a DC Universe Classics Build-A-Figure right now, so I can't put him to the side to give you some sort of scale, but he is that big. Literally, he is that big. He is huge. Now let's start looking at his accessories, and you can see here's the card, the artwork based on the card, the thick cardstock, data on the back. Now, one little gripe about this was when I took this out of the package, the card was actually taped to the back of the package. I mean, on the inside, which is really a bummer because you could see right here where the tape sort of messed up the bottom of the card. And I hope that's not the case for every one of these. Hopefully it was just like a mistake when packaging this. That wasn't cool, but you know, I want to look at the front anyway. So pretty cool card. He comes with, of course, the standard DC base with the logo on it, the black base with the one peg hole. That's really, really cool. And he comes with 2 huge wings that will be able to move. I'm assuming these move. We'll see in just a few when we're playing with it. Oh yes, these are going to be awesome. They actually fold out like so. This one folds out like so you can get a really nice look to him. So before we add the wings, let's do a quick review of this guy. In your hands, very heavy, nice detail. The paint app on this is awesome. I don't see any issues with the paint. Just, you know, out of the box, the quick once over, nothing wrong with them. The red, the black, it just matches, coordinates together to make one very bad looking dude. The bat symbol sculpted on nicely. See if you can get a little idea of how thick that symbol is. Look how thick that thing lays down on top. It's really nice. Nice pointy shoulder pads that they do come off. See a little ball joint right there with my thumb. You can see that plugs in to the top there. So you do have some, you can pull those off if you don't like them. Now, good thing these are on ball joints because they do move up a little bit, which gives you more flexibility with his shoulders. They can go all the way up. So he does have the butterfly joints here. He does have bicep swivel. Can't really, trying to grab it so I can show you the bicep swivel. Take my word for it, it does turn right there. It's just kind of hard. I'd have to kind of break that in with a little heat. Let's look at the elbows. He has the little clicky elbows, which are cool. I don't think those are double jointed elbows. No, they're not. They're just regular. The wrists do turn all the way around, like so. And of course, they move back and forth. So, very, very cool figure. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. He does have the articulation here, where he can do some turns, bends, a little bit back and forth, which is pretty cool. His legs, yep, he can do a full Van Damme, no problem with that. His knees are double jointed, which the knee pads sort of hide that. So, which is really cool because that hides the actual joint. But if you look to the side, you can see that it does have double jointed knees. Look at the same McFarlane joint on the ankles, which is okay for this one. It's a much bigger joint. I think it holds up a lot better. Let's look at the back of this figure. Look at the details on the back. I mean, just absolutely cool. Absolutely cool. All right, so here you can see you have two ginormous holes, one for each of the wings. So, alrighty, with the wings, you can see he's even larger. In fact, I don't even know how I'm going to display this guy by himself. He's so wide with the wings. I mean, he's just as wide as, he's probably wider than he is long if you take from one end of the wing to the other. But just a very massive piece, and would probably be the centerpiece of most collections. You know, when McFarlane first announced this one and the Superman Unchained Armor figures, I was not, let's just say I wasn't like super happy because I wanted to add more characters other than these variants to the line to begin with. But this might be my favorite figure. I know I keep saying that for some of these things, but this one has quickly risen to the top. The cool paint app, the red and the black, the red just pops off of that black. Just a very imposing looking figure. There he is alongside of Nightwing and Batgirl. Okay, so when you put these two figures beside him, he's not as big as I thought he would be. He's still hefty, but he's not as tall as I thought he would be, which is kind of disappointing in the fact that you would think that Batman would be inside this suit. So he would be a little bit bigger than what he is. So that, you know, with the McFarlane line in Wave 1, the scale has kind of been all over the place. So I'm not gonna hold that against them in Wave 1, but I surely expect that the second wave of figures really takes a hard look at the scale that these figures are going for, and try to get them in some sort of order, because Nightwing is still like one of the tallest figures, and he's not by any close means the tallest figure in DC Comics. I mean, character. He's 5'10", where, you know, Superman and Batman are 6'2", 6'3", and he kind of is taller than than Batman and Superman so far. And Batgirl is even almost as tall as this armor. So I would really have rather this figure been, I don't know, up to here maybe. You know, I mean, that would have been nice. Bulk them out just a little bit more. But if you take Batgirl and Nightwing out of the equation, standalone, this figure rocks. This is by far one of the coolest figures that you will get in this line. All right, so that's it. Please, 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 if you will, hit the subscribe button so you can get more of these reviews. We're going to continue on in the next couple of days to finish out Wave 1 of the DC Multiverse line. What I will do is I will put a link for this guy down in the description so you can order him. That helps the channel grow. Thank you very much. And also I have a question of the day. So the question of the day is, if you have picked this guy up, what are your thoughts on him? Scale wise, posability, the look of the figure. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Alrighty, peace.